low-lev Dev coming into the eighth inning. I guess Aaron Boone started the festivities a little early for the Friday night in the dugout. I guess he was doing a little grandpa's hooch because he put low-lev Dev in. How do you walk around with balls that big, Aaron Boone? Or maybe he just is like, yes, Senator Palpatine, Brian Cashman, I will listen to you, master. I will put Devin Williams in and sacrifice my career and my manhood. But guess what? Low-lev Dev wasn't low-lev Dev tonight, baby. He came in and he was lights out.
And a one-off throw to Goldschmidt with Yoshida called out on a tough, close play. And they won't review it. Field for a base hit. McMahon heads for the plate. Rafaela fires it all off the mark. Throw to third. Everybody's safe. And the Yankees take a 4-0 lead. Line drive. It's picked by Hamilton. He fires home. And Caballero safe. The ball kicks away from Narvaez, trying for second base. And safe there is McMahon. It's 3-0 New York. And Judge rips one out toward left center field. This one headed way back beyond the monster as Aaron Judge catapults the Yankees to a 1-0 lead. Big swing at Fenway to pass Joltin Joe on the all-time Yankee home run list, number 362. Swing and a miss, strike three. The New York Yankees take care of business against their arch rival in Boston.
Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees win a crucial game in Beantown. And did the Yankees rob Luis Gil of history? We've got highlights. We got Aaron Boone's postgame press conference. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York sports for New York nuts. And don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports Talk for sports nuts.
Good evening, guys, and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Huge win for the New York Yankees in Boston tonight, and this version of the New York Yankees hasn't played well in Boston, but man, the Yankees showed up and they looked like they were in postseason form tonight. And with the huge leadoff home run by our captain, Aaron Judge surpasses Joltin Joe DiMaggio on the all-time home run list for the New York Yankees. And then he also passed Alex Rodriguez today with 18 first-inning home runs. Hasn't been done since 2001. Aaron Judge wakes up, and it seems like he makes history. It's a daily occurrence with this guy. But he set the tone for the New York Yankees tonight, and boy, did Luis Gil answer the call for exactly what the New York Yankees needed. With all the bullpen woes, with all the offensive woes, and the ugliness that we had against the Detroit Tigers in the last three games, Luis Gil showed up tonight and showed you why he was last year's Rookie of the Year and why he, with every single start, is getting back to ace-level performances for starting pitchers, and he is peaking exactly at the right time, heading towards October, just like Aaron Judge is peaking at the right time, heading towards October. Think about this. When Aaron Judge broke the American League home run record, it seemed like he ran out of gas at the end of the season, and he's always been in a little bit of a downtrend towards the end of the season, heading into the postseason. Maybe this year. It's September 12th right now, and Aaron Judge is starting to heat up. If he can have one of those months that he puts together, that leads us all the way until October 15th. And I don't care who is against the New York Yankees in the postseason. If Aaron Judge has a 2009 postseason performance like Alex Rodriguez, who did zero his whole career until then and had that big series against the Minnesota Twins and threw the New York Yankees on his back, that's what Aaron Judge is going to need, and that is trending in the right direction. Luis Gil's line tonight was 6 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 runs, 4 walks because that's what Luis Gil does. Imagine what Luis Gil would do if he just didn't put base runners on. I think he might be such a good pitcher that he gets bored and might need some company on the base pads. Remember in the 5th inning when he had runners on 2nd and 3rd and no out. This is the progression of Luis Gil. I'll give you a perfect example. He got squeezed on a strike 3 pitch. Last year, he would have had a blow-up inning. What did he do? He grit his teeth, he shook it off, which he usually doesn't do, and he got out of the inning by throwing gas. You know what? Sometimes keep it simple, stupid. KISS is the best mentality to have, especially when you're a pitcher. When you have a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and you're at the bottom of the Boston Red Sox lineup, sometimes you just got to rear back and fire that son of a bitch, and that's exactly what Luis Gil did and got out of the inning. So this is the rub. This is where analytics meets old school baseball. This is where I yell, get off my lawn, what's going on, they're killing my game, blah, blah, blah. If you notice tonight, Luis Gil was taken out of the game with a no-hitter. I'm texting the group chat and I'm trying to talk around it, but Luis Gil had a no-hitter. And the reason I bring this up is that I've even gotten to the point where I'm okay with the New York Yankees taking Luis Gil out of this game tonight. Now, hear me real quick. I am an old school baseball fan, but with Luis Gil at 91 pitches, this is his 5th start back from being injured. We need this guy for the postseason. And what's more important, I'm going to ask you, Yankee fans, and let me know in the comments section below. What's more important to you? A no-hitter on September 12th in Fenway against Boston, or having Luis Gil ready with all of his ducks in a row, pitching the best he's pitched all season heading to October? I think a lot of you are going to say the latter because we need Luis Gil, and the Yankees are going to have to reduce the clown cars of bullpen arms that we have by stretching out the starting pitching in the postseason, which we're going to need. Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Luis Gil, those are all a good 1, 2, 3 where you can really snake bite another team in postseason time. Another reason that Luis Gil did not continue the game was, if you guys remember, for the younger fans, there was a guy named Johan Santana who actually was acquired from the Mets by the Minnesota Twins. And if you know that the New York Mets have never thrown a no-hitter in their franchise history, and finally Johan Santana did it. By the way, it's a little sus. Check it out on YouTube. It's really not a no-hitter. But anyway, I'll give him credit for it. Johan Santana gets the no-hitter. Terry Francona leaves him in, but he pitched 143 pitches for a meaningless no-hitter in July. Johan Santana was never the same. I think they even had to shut him down for the rest of the season. So you know what? Sometimes you lose the battle to win the war, and the war is a championship ring for the New York Yankees, and that's what they showed tonight. Still a little shaky on the base pads. We had Jazz Chisholm throwing it into the stands. We had him with the weak backhand. But you know what? The New York Yankees played a good game tonight, but it was going to be a no-hitter by committee tonight when the clown car of bullpen guys showed up, and Cruz wasted no time letting up a home run, and I was shitting my pants on the couch thinking that this was going to be deja vu all over again with Cruz just letting up that home run, but he finally started to get out of it. But I'll tell you this, Cruz is a problem. If he's not getting that sinker ball, what he likes to do is when he gets down 3-0, he puts meatballs right over the plate at 94 miles an hour. That's what his fastball tops out at. So if he doesn't hit his breaking ball, it's a little predictable. And I'm a little worried about Cruz in a big spot. But for as far as low-lev Dev coming into the 8th inning, I guess Aaron Boone started the festivities a little early for the Friday night in the bullpen, in the dugout, wherever he was, beneath the bleachers. I guess he was doing a little grandpa's hooch because he put low-lev Devin. How do you walk around with balls that big, Aaron Boone? Or maybe he just is like, yes, Senator Palpatine, Brian Cashman, I will listen to you, master. I will put Devin Williams in and sacrifice my career and my manhood. But guess what? Low-Lev Dev wasn't Low-Lev Dev tonight, baby. He came in and he was lights out. No runs. He was all good. And then Bednar the Bulldog shows up, slams the goddamn door on the Red Sox, and the Yankees pull out a win. I can't say enough about the closer that we have, that we got. Bednar is a bulldog, and I am so happy that we got this guy. Not only can he do three outs, he can do 4 or 5, and he has about 4 pitches that he can choose from in his arsenal. So it's almost like a quasi middle reliever that has the stuff of a closer. Another thing, did you see Caballero running around the bases tonight, stealing bases, showing life in the batter box, having productive outs? This is what I'm talking about. Just by him being on the field, he brings more life to the Yankees, he brings more athleticism to the Yankees, and he brings a solid arm that doesn't have a labrum tear in it like Anthony Volpe. I don't want to see Volpe for the rest of the year. McMahon also, oh my God, his defense at third base has saved games for the New York Yankees. Just think if we had Oswaldo Peraza in there, that if we still had him there, how many games we would have lost at first base because of the picks from Ben Rice, who's still learning his way at first base. But Caballero, McMahon, and Bednar been the 3 best acquisitions that we had at the trade deadline, and the New York Yankees are trending in the right direction with the win last night, showing up to Boston tonight, putting separation between them and the wild card because the Mariners are playing out of their mind. But I always say the Mariners will shit the bed eventually. So the wild card's tightening up. Toronto beat the Orioles tonight. So the Yankees got a game up on the Boston Red Sox. They're still 3 behind Toronto, but now the Boston Red Sox are 4.5 games back. They give a little breathing room here in Boston, so it's not such of a pressure cooker, because I think if the Yankees lost tonight in grand fashion where the bullpen lost it again, it would have been all bets are off, and it would have been hold on to your seats. Now, let's go to Aaron Boone, Baboon, Bubbles, Buffoon, boop, boop. All aboard the Aaron Boone excuse train, also known as the Aaron Boone press conference.
And you never.
Aaron, did you feel like Aaron Judge's home run there in the first inning, second bat of the game, really kind of set the tone for you guys tonight?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt that was a big shot in the arm for us to get it going. But I've been here, a lot of games here, and you never feel comfortable or settled. But
like I said, Judge wakes up and he makes history. 19 first-inning home runs this season, most in Major League Baseball history. Broke Alex Rodriguez's record. That's some good company. Broke Joe D's record today. I don't know. Put it up in front of him, he'll break the record. But we just need that championship ring, Judge, and you could go down as one of the best. You'll be in the same breath as Barry Bonds and Babe Ruth.
Definitely to get us on the board with one early, add another one. I thought Louis did a good job of really getting his best job of getting into an early rhythm, where I thought he was, filling up the strike zone. The stuff was good, but Aaron hitting one of those, one of Aaron blows was definitely got the boys going.
Historic home run for him. I know we asked you about tying Joe DiMaggio yesterday, but you look at the home runs, 3 now in the last 2 games. Just what has allowed him to lock in at the plate?
Yeah, I feel like he's getting on time good. He's finishing his move. And so he's getting into really strong hitting position. I feel like even going back, he's
starting to trend in the right direction, like I said. And if Aaron Judge is capable of having a month to a month and a half of lights out baseball, and that just might coincide with October this year, keep your fingers crossed, light a candle, hug a tree, say a prayer to the man upstairs, because we're going to need Aaron Judge in this postseason. And if the Yankees get the out-of-this-world Aaron Judge, watch out, because the Yankees are going to be dangerous.
I got 4 in 4 games or whatever. So, and I feel like he's gotten a lot of Aaron Judge type swings off, really controlling the strike zone while doing it. So yeah, he looks good to me. These last several days, I feel like he's really starting to get locked in.
Single for Stanton tonight. We saw him home run yesterday. Have you ever allowed yourself to think of what this could look like if both Judge and Stanton are able to get going down the stretch and in the postseason?
Yeah, we've seen it before. I remember 21 where we struggled to get to play.
That's what I'm talking about. It's all about timing. Life's all about timing. Baseball's all about timing. We've never had, think about this. When they went back and they traded for Giancarlo Stanton, when you turned to your friend and you were talking and you were hypothetically thinking about the tag team, the WWE tag team that is Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, 6'6", 6'7", two huge dudes who hit 50 bombs a year. We thought, how are other teams going to stop the New York Yankees? And it's really never panned out. But when the Yankees do have a home run from Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge in the same game, I think they're like 63-3. So if we get a healthy, trending Giancarlo Stanton and the same with Aaron Judge, this team's going to be hard to beat because then you got guys like Cody Bellinger and Trent Grisham who can pull the trigger every time. But the Yankees are going to have to get better at manufacturing runs and hitting singles because in the postseason, when things tighten up, the home run ball is not what you can live and die by. It's going to be good pitching. It's going to be moving runners over, and the Yankees don't do that. I hope they're going to think that they can change their approach when October hits.
Playoffs, and we're struggling offensively a little bit, and those two guys threw us on their back the final 2 months of the season. Obviously we've seen them do special things, whether it's playoffs, whether it's during the regular season, so we know what they're both capable of. And as a tandem, they're pretty impressive, and especially now, as left-handed as we are, to have two pillars from the right side is big.
With the bullpen kind of in flux in ways and trying to find guys to get to Bednar, just how much confidence do you have when you are finally able to give the ball to him there in the night?
Yeah, I mean, look, they're all capable and they're all throwing the ball well. We've just had hiccups along the way, but I thought Cruz are off.
But this is the thing. When you're rotating about 6 guys into about 2 or 3 innings, let's say, for argument's sake. When you're rotating 6 guys, like I've said till my hair fell out on this show, that when you increase the humans in the bullpen, that's when problems happen. When guys don't know when they're pitching, okay, it's easy. Listen, let's say, Luke Weaver, you're pitching the 7th inning from now on. If you're tired, you're pitching the 7th inning. That's the way that it goes. It's not this rotating clown car of bullpen guys, because it will come back to bite you in the ass because somebody will not have it that night. If you have designated guys for 7, 8, 9, that's going to make this team a lot more consistent. All you need is 2 innings that you got to make up for, Boone, and pick those 2 guys and go in descending order from there. You're lucky to survive because we would be having a way different conversation with Devin Williams blowing it in this game tonight in Boston when you put him in the 8th inning.
Off a tough outing, obviously, as last time. He's been so good for us. He comes in and, strikes out the side, gives up the homer, which, hey, I'm no free passes is what I want there. And so he's getting after it in the strike zone a little bit there. And, Devin was really good going through the heart of the order again, especially after Bregman put a really good at bat on him to start the inning, and Bednar was excellent. So we have the pieces down there. We have the guys down there capable of shutting the game down. It's just about doing it consistently.
What makes Hill so hard to get a hit off of?
Yeah.
Luis Hill's been controlled chaos all year. He's been a little unpredictable. He's been a little crazy. And you know what? Pedro Martinez had a little bit of that in him, too. It was a little controlled chaos. Luis Hill knows what he's doing. He likes to brush guys back. He likes to get inside. He likes to have put in guys' heads. They don't know where the ball's going. And you saw a couple of times that the umpire and the catcher and the batter all had to get out of dodge when the ball came through about 3 or 4 times tonight, because Luis Hill just likes to send missiles across your bow, a little missile across your nose just to wake you up and let that batter think that there's a possibility I could get plunked by 98 miles an hour. That's why I say on this show, when I say hit a batter, I'm not looking to hurt anybody. I'm looking to put into the batter's mind a little bit of doubt.
I think so far this year where, he's been a little wild. There is some effectively wildness to that, right? But it's a different kind of delivery. It's a different kind of profiled fastball. And it's a really good change in slider that he'll throw.
And he has a really low arm slot for such a tall pitcher, so that's why batters are kind of thrown off. Just think about how tall he is on that bump with the added height.
And he's a little unpredictable, even for us sometimes. Like, he's feeling it out there. He's feeling his way through it a lot. And, tonight I thought was the best he's looked, though. A little late, he started to lose the strike zone a little bit, but his stuff was good, and he was able to get big outs. And to buckle down in the fifth and hold them at bay there was big. His best one where he got into an early rhythm.
Since he came back, you've had these 5 guys going round and round.
So there you go, Aaron Boone's press conference. And guys, the Yankees, if they bring this version of the New York Yankees to Fenway tomorrow, they're going to be winning 3 in a row. But let's keep our fingers crossed, because the Yankees need these wins really bad, because Toronto is playing the Orioles. Now listen to this. The New York Yankees win this series, and yes, their schedule does get easier. But the end of September and the leadoff to the playoffs is going to be bananas this year. Seattle's playing out of their mind. Texas just won again. I believe that's 7 in a row for them. People are biting at the heels of the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. So the Yankees could be pushing the Boston Red Sox out of the wild card picture and going for the division as other teams sneak in. I'll be covering all of it right here. New York Minute Sports. It's New York sports for New York nuts. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and remember, if you can't be good, baby, be bad. Bye.